This train station's not very old, but check this out. They got the roof, and they've erected these shelters inside the train station because the roof is leaking. So rather than fix the roof, they just put up the shelters. And the motorbike taxi guys here, they harass you when you come out, but they're actually cool guys. They're pretty funny. I've never been ripped off by them. Seems like a really cool group of dudes. A little off-roading on my e-bike. Never hurt anyone. I wonder when they're gonna build this. It's been like this for about 6 months now. I just found out that a couple of my students have discovered my YouTube channel. So they're watching. So all of them, welcome. Be nice. Met up with a couple of friends. I ran into them at the theater. We all saw Logan. Great flick. That's got to be the best superhero movie I think I've ever seen. It wasn't spandex and, you know, and special effects and spaceships going around killing people and, you know, people on wires and everything. It was straight up character movie. Kind of takes place in the future a little bit. Almost like a post-apocalyptic future it felt like, but not completely. But, you know, they do a little road trip across, you know, the Midwest, and they go up to North Dakota, and it was beautiful. It kind of reminded me a lot of home in a lot of ways, but badass. I mean, in this one in China, they supposedly cut out 14 minutes of the gore and the guts. So it was a little dumbed down, but seeing Professor X say fuck, that was worth the price of admission. I love these rated R superhero movies, you know, there's a lot of killing, a lot of violence in superhero movies, and to not give it a rated R movie, to dumb down the violence, kind of does a disservice to it. So I'm happy to see, you know, Deadpool did it and made a lot of money, and now Logan is making a lot of money doing it, and well deserved too. No spoilers, of course, but man, this movie had great acting, had great action, great directing, editing was fantastic. The story, the writing, the dialogue, everything was first rate. And it even had the feels, I won't lie. There were a couple of moments where I was getting a little choked up. It's a good movie all around. Even if you don't like superhero movies, this doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It feels like a real film, to put it mildly. Anyone who's a fan of film will love this film. It's probably the first superhero movie you can even call a true film and not just a popcorn flick. You know, you leave out of this, you know, gets your emotions going in different ways, yet it also has a lot of fan service to those who like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hugh Jackman's best performance. Even the little girl sold me. She stole the scenes, and every time she came onto the screen, she was, you know, captivating. She was great. She barely spoke for most of the movie too. Patrick Stewart, gotta love him. He's forever Captain Picard to me and nothing else. But he was great in it as well. Everyone was good. If you've been following the Wolverine franchise outside of the X-Men, it started with Origins Wolverine, which is probably one of the shittiest movies ever made. I hated that flick. It was so stupid. And he came out with The Wolverine, which was a little bit better. But to go from the beginning and how bad that movie was to how great this one was, it's incredible to run the whole gauntlet. If I had to give it a grade, I'd definitely give it an A, nothing less. I have to see it again, of course, because there are about 14 minutes that are missing. If you haven't yet, go check this one out. It's worth your time.